The life we've built and the person we are is a direct result of the habits we've maintained, good or bad. If you want to change your life, start by changing your habits. And when you do that, you'll change your identity. And it all starts with the way you begin every new day. In this video, I'm going to share with you my new morning routine and the fundamental tool that's changed my identity. I've been a fan of structured, ordered morning routines for a few years now, ever since I read the book Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod. Since his book, it feels like the intentional morning routine movement has taken over the world to the point of being a cliche. But cliche or not, I am now and always will be a fan of waking up in the morning, especially during the week, with a set choreography of self-care practices that get my mind, body, and soul in alignment. Prior to this simple but effective practice, I would wake up, grab my breakfast, and turn on my computer where I'd sit all day, every day, from morning to night, placing all priority on client work, business admin, and general busy work. This led to a very unhealthy daily practice, increased anxiety, and a decrease in self-worth, because my actions were essentially telling my subconscious mind that I was only valuable if I was working every hour of every day with little to no me time. Now, by starting my day with a morning routine, I'm telling my subconscious mind and the universe that I'm my top priority. My mental, emotional, and physical needs are important, and I've realized that when I do make these my top priority, I work on the right things and I have more creative ideas and inspiration that are meaningful and impactful for me and my clients. But of course, I'm human and I still fall off the wagon sometimes. Every time I do though, I'm reminded of the value of this practice. Because in those periods where I don't do my morning practice, I feel the negative impact throughout my day. I'm irritable, I'm distracted, my mental dialogue becomes meaner and meaner, and I generally feel less productive, less connected, and less clear about who I am, what I'm doing, and why. Over the years, my morning routine has evolved, and that's because I've evolved. As with anything we learn from somebody else, we should take what resonates, leave the rest, and add our own flavor. So a few years ago, I evolved Hal Elrod's morning routine into my own, which I called the I'm a Giver morning routine. This is an acronym for intention, meditation, affirmation, gratitude, introspection, visualization, exercise, and reading. I followed this practice, presented talks on this practice, built this practice into many of my online courses, and even created a guided audio track around this. And it has served me well for many years. But as I said, I've evolved, and my morning routine needs to evolve too. And this is the very power of morning routines. When we connect with ourselves, we're able to notice what's working, what's not, and we're able to hear the callings that are seeking to be expressed through us. You're actively listening for when a change is needed in your life when you do these morning routines. I also found the I'm a Giver practice a bit long. The order of the activities didn't really gel for me, and there was something missing. So recently, while doing my morning routine, I was inspired to outline a new one that covered all the bases, felt resonant, and made me feel grounded so that I could go out into my day feeling empowered on purpose and feeling like I'd already achieved something before my day had even started. So that's what I'm going to share with you now, my new morning routine. But first, this calls for a cup of coffee, a new diary, and a new acronym. This is my 2 Aces morning routine. Appreciate, affirm, connect, create, educate, and exercise. Let me explain. Appreciate. That's easy. I spend 5 minutes thinking about and writing down what I'm grateful. My day is infinitely better when I appreciate everything I already have, and remember, what you appreciate appreciates. So write it down. Affirm. I declare what I want and who I want to be. I want to be more creative, so I'll affirm that I'm infinitely creative. I want to have a successful business and I want to live in a cottage in a forest, so I'll declare what I want in writing and I'll rewrite my vision and my goals for my life. I'll also declare what I aim to work on or create in the coming day. Connect. While doing the previous step, I'll connect to the feelings in my body which connect me to my future self and to something that's bigger than me, bigger than my ego and my fears. I'll listen to guided meditations and music that calms, soothes, and grounds me. So it's about connection with myself without the influence of the outside world. Create. Now this is a game changer for me personally. Being intentional about the act of creating for the sake of creating. We are all creative, whether we label ourselves as artistic or not. Just like all living humans breathe and beat their hearts, we also create. Our presence on this planet creates impact, whether we're aware of it or not. I've chosen to be intentional about creativity and the act of creation, whether that's writing or sewing, cooking, painting, filming, whatever brings joy to the process of creating. I've spent too many years reserving my creativity for other people, and that's been one of my biggest downfalls in life and business. So I'm taking back my creative power and making this part of my intentional daily morning routine, and it feels incredible. It's liberating, it's exciting, it's fulfilling, and it's transformative. I feel like a different person. My self-identity is changing as a result of this, and so is my business. I'll elaborate more on this later in the video. We each have creative energy pulsing through our veins, but some of us have cut off the flow and are left wondering why every day is such a struggle. So please, if this resonates with you, if this feels true for you, include creativity or the act of creation into your morning routine and tell me how it impacts you. Educate. Like creativity and creation, daily education is a top priority. Whether I read a book or watch a YouTube video or listen to a podcast, I'm intentionally learning something new every day before I get stuck into my to-do list. A nugget of wisdom or a practical tip can literally change the way I tackle tasks in my day, and the ripple effect could be life-changing. From developing a new income stream to learning a hack that saves me time, to making a decision that alters the course of my journey. I never want to stop learning and make it an intentional part of my daily morning routine. Exercise. Moving my body in the morning is an energizing way to signify the start of a new day, but that doesn't mean running a 10K around the neighborhood. For me, that's simply doing 6 to 12 sun salutations just to stretch my muscles and get the blood flowing for simply 10 minutes at a time. So this sounds like a lot, right? It sounds like you'd need a whole day just to do your morning routine in this way. But I broke these steps down into just over 1 hour. 5 minutes for appreciation, 5 minutes for affirmation, 15 minutes for connection, 15 minutes for creation, 15 minutes for education, and 15 minutes for exercise. The life we've built and the person we are is a direct result of the habits we've maintained. If you want to change your life, begin by changing your habits and start with the way you begin every new day. By investing just over an hour every morning, I feel like I'm changing everything about my life, and you can too. Take a look at the 2 Aces morning routine, take what resonates, leave the rest, and add your own flavor. But start today, or at least tomorrow morning. As mentioned, for me, the biggest impact of this new morning routine is the introduction of creativity. As you've seen, I've pretty much been doing all the other practices already in the old I'm a giver routine, and they've become an integral part of who I am. These practices have literally changed who I am because I'm learning more about myself. And if it weren't for these initial practices of appreciation, affirmation, connection, education, and exercise, I wouldn't have realized that there was something really important missing from my routine. And that's practicing creativity. As a result of this one change to my daily habits, I'm more excited for each new day because I can't wait to make something new. It's like having an epic discovery every day, creating things like this video, or building this puzzle, or practicing my hand lettering. All these creations and creative experiences are giving meaning to my day-to-day life. They bring joy and happiness, and some of them bring income because they actually impact and help others. Something else I've learned about myself in the last 18 months or so is that at my core, I'm an explorer. No, really. I know it doesn't look like it right now because I'm here in my inner city apartment. But really, in the model of the 12 personality archetypes, I identify as an explorer. Realizing how important creativity is in my day-to-day life has brought me back in alignment with my explorer archetype as I give myself the freedom to experience exciting new things and escape into the world in my own mind. Each time I create something new, I'm creating my dream life experience, one creation at a time. But this is my experience. This is what I've learned about myself, and I'm sharing it here in the hope that it inspires you to get to know yourself a little better and figure out what works best for you. You've got to start somewhere. And the more you get to know yourself, the more you'll realize what needs to go, what needs to stay, and what needs to be added to your daily morning routine. If you'd like to get started on this journey so that you can start designing your day one morning routine at a time, then take my free archetype quiz and discover who you are at your core. This quiz is the very same one I start my clients on in my 12-week personal brand program. But whether you use what you learn about your archetype in your business or not, I know you'll find value in discovering more about yourself. This knowledge has not only improved my business, but it's improved my self-confidence and my relationships too. And as you've seen, it's improved the way I design my morning routine. I know it will help you too. Do the free quiz at abigailk.com/quiz and start designing your day the way that's meaningful for you. If you've been inspired to change your morning routine, or at least add one thing to it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on more videos like this that will help you explore, expand, and express yourself. And then drop an emoji in the comments and tell me what you're going to do differently each morning. Or if you already have a morning routine that's working for you, what do you do to start your day well? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring, expanding, and expressing yourself with confidence. I'll elaborate more on this. Yeah, I'll be done in one. Until next time.